Hello, everyone, and welcome to Limitless Gaming Esports coverage of Limitless Formula Racing, the Tuesday Limitless 2 edition. I am one half of the commentary team for Tuesdays. That would be myself, Kem. I would like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. If you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please do, as it will help us out quite a bit. And also, if you did not check out the penultimate round of Monday Limitless 1 that took place yesterday around Mexico, make sure that you check that stream out as well, and make sure that you like it too. So our race will be taking place today. This is the finale of season 3 for Tuesday Limitless 2. It will be taking place around Abu Dhabi, the Yas Marina circuit. And at this time, I would like to introduce the usual co-commentator for the Tuesday Limitless 2 streams. That would be Big Weir. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. Well, actually, I'm not good. No, I'm not. I'm going to be honest. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it deep. We're going to get deep and emotional before this starts, Cam. It's your last commentary, mate. It's the last time. I don't think it will be the last time, but it'll be the last regular time. I'm going to put it that way. I'm sad. We've had a lot of laughs. We've had a lot of good races, and I think both of us, we didn't really do much commentary before this season, and it has been an absolute blast. So I'm hoping that this one's going to go as good as I'm expecting it to be. But yeah. I'm emotional. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I promised I wouldn't cry. But Cam, why is there people in the Inters actually? Sorry, whoa. Oh no, never mind. Milan Massimo was on the Inters.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to cut off that very emotional spiel, but yes. I suppose what I do want to say is, like I say, it's been an absolute pleasure, bud, and I'm hoping this race is just as exciting as we always have had them. But we're here today. We're in what I'm hoping is going to be sunny Abu Dhabi, despite the Inter tires on Milan Massimo. But yeah, we got a full grid. It's the finale. It's the finale in real life. It's the finale in Limitless 2. This season has been absolutely amazing. It has been full of laughs, full of great racing. Tight battles that are still going on into the finale. Dark Stompers, we know, has won it comfortably a couple of races ago, but the fight for P2 between BKS and King's Home was raging on until the last race, when they both clinched both second and third respectively. The real fight, I suppose, or the closest fight on the grid today, and I only watched the grid walk previously, but it's between Lewis F1 and the McLaren and H. Bosworth in the Alfa Romeo. Those two are 1 point apart and fighting for P4 in the driver standing, so that'll be one to watch today, because essentially, unless it's for P9 or 10, it's whoever's going to cross the line first is going to take that P4 spot. Couple of reserves in, just trying to figure out who they are. I can't find. Oh, Baby in the Aston Martin is one of the reserves. Monster Blue in the Haas is another one. I feel like I'm missing one, and I don't know who it is though.
So Jay Bradfield is another reserve who's reserving for, I guess, no, because Boosted is serving a race ban for today, and then he actually doesn't have a teammate, so
Mercedes have just decided to drop their whole lineup for the last race and bring in a new one, bringing in the new boys for next season. But yes, we're here in Abu Dhabi. This track is renownedly ruthless. I'm gonna say it now and watch someone crash instantly, but turn 3, oh no, not straight away, surely not straight away. What's the yellows?
It was a Red Bull. I don't know if someone was going slow or if it was a slight spin, not sure.
Literally as I said it, Kim. Literally as turn 3. I'm gonna say it again because there's a couple of cars coming. Maybe I'll wait a second. And we're good. Turn 3, absolutely ruthless. Being in the wrong gear, taking the corner too tight. Back end is 110% gonna go. It's been absolutely brutal in qualifying, brutal in practice, brutal. It was even brutal in Thursday's race a couple of weeks ago. A lot of corners in this track are really. There's a lot of sausage curves that just chew you up and spit you out, particularly in that second to last corner. I'll be expecting a couple of safety cars today just from those corners alone. But we're here. We've made it, Cam. We've done 20 races later. It's the finale.
Yep. So let us see what is going to take place for this final race. So it is Shug's Life first on the board with a 137.004 on the mediums, and then you have the Unsainted behind him with a 138.744, and then Dark Stomper goes to the top with a 135.433.
Oh, he's such a try-hard, isn't he? Give someone else a chance, but Monster Blue. I think he's shown a little bit of pace in the past. Maybe he'll show Dark Stomper a bit of competition today.
Yep. So riding on board with BKS comes to the line with a 136.913 to put himself in third, and then that was Iggy who crossed after him with a 137.408, and then Baby crossed after him with a 136.612 to put himself in third.
Decent lap time from Lewis there, but it really highlights Dark Stomper's pace around here, as always. He's done that lap time on the medium compound. I would be scared to see what he can do in the soft.
Yep. So riding on board with Phoenix, just coming around the last couple of turns, and he's actually headed into the pits, so probably did not like the performance that he had put on during that hot lap. Now it's H. Bosworth who is coming to the start-finish line. This should be a pretty decent time. Yep, 136.756 on the medium compound tires. That's pretty good.
Pretty solid lap there from H. Bosworth. Lewis has done his lap on the soft, so it looks like he wants to start in that soft compound tire. Tire strategy around here, difficult one to call. Me and you found out a couple of weeks ago. We tried the one stop, it wasn't particularly fast. Those hard tires aren't great. The softs are definitely the best race tire, but the tire degradation is quite high. I think a lot of these guys are going to want to try and go medium and go as long as they can, and then straight onto the softs to the finish. But there's always safety cars to come in and ruin absolutely everything.
So I was riding on board with King's Home, put up a 136.822 to put himself in seventh, and then Prior Thib just finished a lap, setting a 135.784 to put himself in second place.
We were talking to him in the grid walk. Prior Thib very confident on his pace around here. He thinks he really did show it last Thursday. That he's got the pace around here, and he's trying to stick himself as far up the grid as possible there. But he has sort of committed to the soft compound for the start.
Ooh, and riding on board with Electric Envy goes second with a 135.727. Well done by the Ferrari driver.
That's one thing I haven't actually spoken about yet, is the Constructors' Championship. Just as H. Bosworth is in a tight fight with Lewis and the McLaren, there's only 8 points that separate the Ferraris and the Alfa Romeos in the Constructors' fight for P2. That's another fight to keep your eye on today.
Yep. So now riding on board with Milan Massimo, not on the Inter tires anymore, now on a pair of softs. So let's see what he can do as he comes to the final turn. It's going to be foot down for the Mercedes driver. Jumps to 11th with a 137.092. There's a Red Bull that is coming to the line. That's a third lap for King's Home. I'm not sure. I don't think he jumped. But yeah, third lap on those medium tires.
It's a big ask. So you're taking the wear out of those tires for the start of the race. Yeah, like I said, the tire wear is not kind around here, so I'd be surprised if he decides to start in those tires.
So let us see. So Gennadi's on an outlap. see MJW, I believe, is on an out lap, although it says he's invalidated. Electric MD's running wide, so let us see. Yep, so Kingzone's charging his battery. Is the Unsainted. I'll ride on board with the Unsainted. No, he's slowing down. So it doesn't seem like there are many. Flea may be on a lap. Yep, Flea is on a lap, so we'll ride on board with the Red Bull driver and see how he fares at the end of this Sector 2 going into Sector 3. Riding on board.
Very neat there, to be fair, mate. He's clean through the little tight chicane, those curves. Looked very neat and tidy. Then seeing it just gets out of his way there in the AlphaTauri. He's looking like he's going to try and commit to the assaults, and very, very close to invalidating there. Flea was. Jeez. That was right on the edge. There's that curve of death I'm talking about. I know from experience. I'm embarrassed to talk about it. Oh, he nearly runs wide again. Right on the cusp. Gets himself only up to P13 now.
Yep, so a 137.836 for Flea puts himself in 13th. We currently have, I cannot see how much time is left in this qualifying session, 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in this qualifying session. I believe Phoenix just crossed the line. Yep, set a 137.192 to put himself in 12th place. We have Baby, who's just starting a lap. Gennady is coming to the line. This is going to be his first lap. Jumps to 15th with a 138.131.
I feel like someone else jumped there, but I can't work out who it was. Williams, maybe CDM. Did he jump up? I feel like he's just crossed the line, jumped up, got himself into the top 10 on the mediums, but odds are with the track evolution he's going to get pushed out before the end of the session.
So let us see. Yep, looks like the Unsainted is currently on a flying lap. So we'll ride on board with the AlphaTauri driver. See how he fares going through this Sector 3. And he was actually one that was making mention about, as he invalidates, unfortunately. Yeah, he was making mention about this Sector 3 in the Discord, saying that he was having quite some trouble with it during the practice session.
It's like I said, it's a very difficult... oh, that's the turn 3 curse has already kicked off, I think. Godoy, just on the entry to 3, it looks like he's getting caught out in the curb. Going into that corner, he's got all the guys coming around, gotta watch out. Oh, Gennady stopped on track there. Did he crash into him? What's the Unsainted?
No, it's not the Unsainted, yeah, just let one car through. It was a McLaren, I'm not sure who it was.
I think it's Lewis, maybe, was that? No, it must have been Parthib, yeah. No, I thought I could only see it on the track map. I seen an AlphaTauri come to a stop, and I thought I'd done it again, Ken. the classic me talk about it, and it happens.
So let's see, we currently have 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this qualifying session. Riding on board with Parthib, I do believe he is on a flying lap going, purple Sector 2, going a 10th. Ooh, and invalidates!
Got it for him. He's on for a good lap there. It's seen his delta look like just under 2/10 down. Would have put him right into the mix of the of Dark Stomper there. By the time he got through Sector 3, so he's got time to go again. He's got time to have another go. Better to mess it up now than on your last run, I guess. But
yep, and I'm actually riding on board with the Electric MV. It said purple Sector 2 for him, and he is already sitting in second place. So let us see what the Ferrari driver can do as he heads into the final turn of this circuit. Is it going to be provisional pole for the Ferrari driver? It still is.
Even with the tank slapper.
135.273 for the Electric Envy. Well done by him, even with that slight error coming through that final turn.
You know, I think he's going to be frustrated with that, though, because that time definitely... He's actually round. He's got caught out at turn 3. He's still in. I just jumped on board with him. He's facing backwards, coming on the exit at turn 3, turn 4. But I think he's going to be frustrated with that lap. He knows that that last little error is going to cost him about a tenth or two, so if he can get back around to the pits again, I'm sure he'll want to have another crack at it.
Yep, so we have 4 minutes left in this qualifying session. Now riding on board with Milan Massimo. He's going to be the next to cross the line, setting a time. We will see. Ooh, took that turn quite well. It's impressive that he did not invalidate. Let's see if this is an improvement for Milan Massimo. It is. Jumps to 8th with a 136.702.
Yeah, he's chucked himself right in the mix. I'm noting that there's a big gap in the times there. P5 of BKS and Kingsholm. There's about 4 tenths there, and even after Kingsholm there's another 3 tenths there. I'm wondering, is there a lot of people struggling? I know there's a lot of time lost on those medium runners, but Shug's Life's come out on the shadowless softs there, I see. So I'm expecting a little bit of a, the old jumping up and down before the end of this session. There's only 3 minutes to go, and a lot of the drivers still in the pit lane.
Yeah, actually looking at the track map right now, it is quite empty as Baby has retired, and he set that lap on, would it be the mediums? No, it was actually the softs, so that's interesting, maybe trying to get himself P11.
It makes sense, it's not a bad strategy. Like I say, I think in my Thursday race I'd worked out that going long in the mediums is very, very powerful around here, because the speed you have on the sauce with low fuel is absolutely ridiculous, so I could see a lot of the guys going for that here.
So I'm now riding on board with Monster Blue, has not set a time as yet on the medium compound tires, and he set a purple sector 2. So let us see what the Haas Reserve can do heading into this final turn. This is going to be a time. Jumps to 3rd with a 135.531. Well done by Monster Blue.
It's a very decent time. Like I say, he's just a tenth off Dark Stomper's first lap. Dark Stomper, though, he's out on the softs. See what he can do on those.
So let us see. Is there anyone that is on? Dark Stomper is out loud. BKS is out loud. Parthib, yep, it's a bunch of outlaps. So, CDMJW outlap, King's Home outlap, Flea outlap, Janati outlap.
Let's see, odd or even, Ken? What do you reckon? I'm going to say odd. Oh, even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10! Ken! Well, you gotta do something in that dull part of qualifying. There's always this time right at the end. The calm before the storm that we're waiting for, so we'll, maybe we should have started playing odd and even a little bit earlier.
So I'm actually riding on board with Shug's Life, currently in 10th place, and he is going, 7 tenths faster than the time that is on the left side. So let us see what Shug's Life is able to do now going through this sector 3.
7 tenths, that'll shoot him right up the order, right into that top 5 mix if he keeps going. Shug's Life has got his first podium on track here on Thursday. I'm sure he'll hope to replicate that today.
Ooh, almost. Just a final turn left. Power down by Shug's Life. It is a 135.819 for the Haas driver. Jumps to 5th.
Decent lap there from Shug's Life. Very decent, but there's a lot of guys coming behind him.
Ooh, Electric Envy he's crashed. That was quite weird.
Did he do me? Was it over the second to last part?
So I'm running on board now. H. Bosworth is final turn, and this looks like it's going to be a very good time. Jumps to fourth with a 135.609. Behind him is Lewis F1, jumps to second with a 135.405. BKS is going to be the next one to cross the line, as it is the penultimate turn and then the final turn for the Ferrari driver. Let us see where he goes. Jumps to sixth with a 135.613. Prior Thib is next, goes first with a 135.005.
Solid lap from Thib. Solid lap from Thib. And I don't think there's too many on track that are going to be able to beat that now. Dark Stomper's pitted. He's happy with P4. I think he's going to be in the mediums, actually. Yes, so he's maybe the lead driver in the mediums. Thib was confident in his pace, and it's looking like he's going to end up there.
Yep, so Kingsholm just crossed the line, went fifth with a 135.463. Flea will be starting what looks like 15th, and then there was an AlphaTauri that crossed the line. But yeah, I believe this is going to be the starting order for this race. Is Iggy? No, Iggy has invalidated. Yep, so it is Prior Thib. Pole position for the McLaren driver. Maybe that grid walk, that grid walk interview has motivated the McLaren driver for this final race of the season.
Yeah, credit to him. He's put an absolutely stonking lap in there. Might be able to help his teammate out in that fight with H. Bosworth as well. Speaking of which, Ferrari boys done very, very well in their fight against Alfa Romeo. Iggy Combo just could not hook up a lap round here. It is very difficult and very easy to make a mistake around here and just completely bottle your lap. But he's got some work to do to try and get himself back up into that fight again.
Yeah, so I believe we're just waiting for Shugs.
I've just had a look at the YouTube comments. We got FX Finley in there. To quote him, I was cheering on Iggy Combo until he qualified 17th. But having a look at the YouTube comments quite freely, there's a lot of Thib fans in here. They'll be very, very happy. Very, very happy to see Prior Thib on the front row of the grid, but credit to him, he's done a great lap there.
Yep, so I'll go through the starting order. It is Prior Thib starting in first, Electric MV in second, Lewis in third, Dark Stomper on the mediums fourth, Kingsholm fifth, Monster Blue sixth, H. Bosworth seventh, BKS eighth, Shugs Life 9, CDMJ 10th, 11th Baby Milan, Janati, Kadoy, Flea, Phoenix, Iggy, The Unsainted, Jay Bradfield, and 8,000 RPM, who is starting at the back as he served a quali ban for this final race.
How did you get through that whole grid in 10 seconds? I mean, what am I going to do whenever you go? I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't read. I can't read, man. What am I going to do? How about you? For play, I thought you were going to run out of breath at least. No, Kadoy, Timber Boy. Whoa!
Oh, man. So we are just waiting about 8 seconds for all of these drivers to get the final touches on their setups and strategies, and then we'll be heading onto the circuit for the formation lap. So let me just get the settings. So let us see, actually, what tires. Oh, this is interesting. There's a lot of soft runners from 11th to 20th, more than expected.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that. I personally, like I say, I think the medium's a better tire to start on, because you get such a boost towards the end of the race. It's crazy. But I'm in the YouTube comments again, and I'm trying to work out which one of us it is, Kim. But Electric Envy in P2 has said, one guy is laughing like a dolphin, and I don't know which one of us it is. I'm not honestly sure. But Apparently it's Cam. No, Zayek's come in to say apparently that's Cam. Apparently you laugh like a dolphin, Cam. Just to picture Rico going into the last race.
What is that supposed to? What's a dolphin's laugh supposed to sound like?
That's what I want to know. I want any scientists in the comments, please let me know because I'm genuinely curious. Wait till he's here. He's going, Jason. What do you want? What are you after? Every time we even remotely communicate, one of us crashes. I know I'm not in the race, but it's very possible. Unless my internet blow up or something, but yeah, hi Witsy.
Yep, and as Zayek has pointed out in the YouTube chat, Iggy Combo starting on the hard compound tires, the only driver that is starting on the hards for this race.
It's an interesting strategy. Like I said, we found out pardon the pun, the hard way. Right. The hard tires are absolutely horrendous around here, but he must be confident that he can make it work. Like I say, I think this race is going to be a lot about surviving and not about pace. If we make it through lap 1 without a crash, I'll give you a fiver. How about that? I'll give you a fiver if we make it through lap 1.
Yep, so we're just waiting for 8,000 RPM to go into the final grid spot in 20th place. Change to position changes. So yep, looks like all the drivers are ready and we are ready for this race to commence. It is 4 and 5 red lights. And we are away for this final round around Abu Dhabi as Lewis has gotten a good start as well as Dark Stomper. Electric Envy has dropped 2 places already. And Kingsholm has dropped 1. Monster Blue has made up 1 place as well. But relatively clean so far.
I might owe you a five. Oh, there it is! Who's that? There's yellows. Oh, it's Iggy Combo, but he got himself back on. He doesn't look like he's got any damage. Look at Prior Fib, though. He's already stretching his legs. He's got himself up there. Well, he was 9/10 ahead of Lewis, and now he is again. He's flying off the start.
Yep, so a good start by both McLaren drivers as Lewis has made up 1 position to go up into second. I'm riding on board with Baby, going side by side with Shug's Life. Ooh, and gets out of sorts. Luckily able to keep his car pointed in the right direction as now going to Kadoy, who is right on the back of Milan Massimo, but it does look like Milan is going to be able, as Shug's Life already gets himself a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings. First lap.
Yeah, it's not what you want around here, especially. It's a race to survival with yellow flags somewhere. I'm not
CDMJ.
sure what's...
Yep,
I think he was alongside Shug's Life from memory. I think I was on board with Shug's Life. Didn't look like there was any contact, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but those two are fighting each other for, I believe, P11 in the driver's standing, so that's not what CDMJW wants at this stage in the race.
So riding on board with 8,000 RPM as we have yellow flags in Sector 3. CDMJW is out.
Oh, and it's going to be gutting for him. Virtual safety car. He's done to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I didn't see it, but I can nearly tell you what happened. He's got himself hooked in that sausage curve in the exit. It just chews you up and spits you out. I speak from experience, and it's a painful, painful way to go.
Yep, so we're currently under VSC conditions, and I was riding on board with 8,000 RPM just before CDMJW crashed out. 8,000 RPM made his way past Phoenix to go up into 15th. So 8,000 RPM has had the most overtakes so far in this race with 5. And we do know after the race last week around Jeddah that 8,000 RPM is quite quick.
Oh, he is rapid. He really kept Dark Stomper honest. And I'm sure he'll want to have another go at that again. The two Alpine drivers were very, very equally matched in pace. So I think this VSC is about to end though, because everyone seems to put the throttle down. Apparently not. I'm wrong again.
This is quite a long VSC session. It's almost a lap.
I know. I'm pretty sure it normally only lasts for about 2 sectors, but there it is.
Yep. So we are back underway under green flag conditions. Looks like Baby has gotten a good jump. Ooh, almost gets caught out on one of those curves of death. But luckily able to keep his car facing the right direction as DRS is now enabled. And Prior Thib is already a second ahead of his teammate in second. So now riding on board, actually. Ooh, and Baby made a slight mistake. Now Shug's Life is right beside the Aston Martin Reserve, and Shug's Life has made his way past Baby to go up into ninth. Now Milan, but Baby is trying to fight back on Shug's, and for the time being, Baby up into ninth with the up. Shug's doesn't have DRS, so Shug's has dropped from ninth to 11 due to not having DRS assistance.
Keep an eye out on Milan Massimo here, though. He's going to have DRS on that second DRS straight. That DRS down this one seems a lot more powerful. I think he maybe try and line up a move into the next corner.
So 8,000 RPM made his way past Flea to go up into 14th. Let us see, is Shug's Life going to make his way past Milan? Yes, he does. Goes up into 10th place. So now riding on board with King's Home, who seems to be getting a little bit closer to H. Bosworth in that Alfa Romeo car. As we have yellow flags, Baby is out.
That could be a safety car. There's a lot of traffic coming through. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't throw it.
And it's right.
Apparently, it's not.
Yeah, it's right where the pit lane is. So that's interesting. If they do not call a safety car, doesn't look like it.
That's really surprised me. Like in real life, that 100% would have been a safety car, but honestly, with this game, I don't even know anymore. There's no logic to it. It'll just throw it for the crack sometimes, but that's 2 drivers out already. That's unfortunate for those guys. Aston Martin and Williams, respectively.
Yep, so riding on board with Dark Stomper has made his way past as we have yellow flags in Sector 1, and Jay Bradfield is out as well.
Oh, and Phoenix has just spun around turn 3. Oh, that was such a save. He just kept it out of the wall. That was very lucky there from Phoenix. Then it managed to do a full 360 without touching the wall. We've got a full safety car.
Yep. So it's all starting to kick off lap 4. Now let us see. Prior Thib, who is in first. What? Let me ask you, Jason. 3-lap-old. Make it. I guess it'll be 4-lap-old softs now. What would be your decision for Prior Thib?
Ooh, I think it'd stay out. It's very early into the race. Unless he fancies going on to the hards, but just because I know how bad the hards are, he's going to come in.
Yep. So Prior Thib comes in, Dark Stomper stays out. Lewis F1, so it's going to be a bit of a double stack for McLaren.
Interesting that Monster Blue has decided to come in. That surprised me, because Lewis is also going to double stack behind his teammate, but Monster Blue opting for the hard tyres. A lot of these guys opting for the hard tyres. I say a lot, actually, about 2. But yeah, the hard tyres are not the ones I personally feel confident on. Iggy Combo's opted to stay out on his hards from the start. Most of the guys pit for mediums then. I personally think I would have stayed out, and it's around lap 8. You need to go in for the soft runner pit stop window. But under a safety car, you might be able to stretch that to 10, pit for some mediums, take those to the end. But that to me would suggest that everyone who's just pit now is going to have to stop again.
It's an interesting call, though. I'm just trying to remember back to when we had our race here. I think it was 2 or 3 races ago. There was a safety car that happened. It was around this time, or no, actually, sorry, it wasn't a safety car. I actually crashed and lost my front wing, and that's when I think that was when I pitted onto the hards, and then I went on those tires for the rest of the race. So I'm wondering if that's what Monster Blue plans on doing.
I can't imagine he's hoping for. He's planning on another pit stop. He is banking on there being no more safety cars, though. We're on lap 5. We've already had a VSC and a safety car, so I'm going to go with that one's quite unlikely. But he's got he can't plan for what he doesn't know is going to happen, so he's just got to assume there won't be, and do what's best for him. So we definitely want to keep an eye on. See if he can manage to hold the pace with the medium guys in front.
So just looking, let us see. So Dark Stomper has made up 3 positions currently in first place. You have Kadoy, who's in second place, has made up 12 positions, started on the mediums, which is why he has stayed out and is currently in second. We have Janati, who is in third, has made up 10 positions, started on the medium tires, which he has stayed out, which is why he's in third. We have Iggy Kumbo, who started in 17th, now in 4th, started on the hard compound tires, still currently on the hard compound tires. We have Prior Thib, who started on the softs, now on the mediums, in 5th, although down 4 positions from the start. We have Monster Blue. Interestingly enough, so Monster Blue started in 6th, and he's still in 6th place.
He's made up a couple of positions there from the start. Got himself in a decent position. I know how bad the hards are, and I don't know if that's the right call at this point, but I guess he'll find out if he can hold that pace. An interesting one to watch, though. Have a wee look at who's P8 and P9. Those crucial 2 I was speaking about at the start of the stream. H. Bosworth now right on the back of Lewis F1. He was held in the pit stop. He's lost a couple of positions there, and he's brought H. Bosworth back into the fight.
Yep, so this is going to be quite interesting. We will see what it is that takes place throughout the remainder of this race, as race control has determined that the safety car is coming in this lap.
Dark Stomper's really backing up that pack, you know, really backing it up. Maybe going to try and catch some people out with cold tyres, maybe anyone who hasn't been warming their tyres. Out of that last corner, you can get it wrong very easily. We've seen it in qualifying. Electric Envy, one of them, was losing the rear end coming out of the last corner. Shug's Life is another one I've seen losing the rear end. So these guys have got to be careful on the restart, or it could be absolute carnage.
Yeah, and he still does have to go relatively slowly, as the safety car just heading into the pits as it is right now. Kadoy right on the back of Dark Stomper. And Dark Stomper has not gone. Yep, now he is away. Looks like Electric Envy has gotten a very good jump up. Nope, Monster Blue able to stay in 6th place. Iggy Kumbo runs a little wide ahead. Lewis F1 oh, Iggy's around!
Massive, it's a perilous turn 3 yet again. He had an incident there in lap 1, I believe, as well. He's got no end plate on the Alfa Romeo. He's got to try and get himself back to the pits now. That's gonna hurt him.
And he hit, and do you know who he hit into, or who hit into him? The other hard runner, Monster Blue.
Oh, it's devastating for the both of them. The hard tyres are not... Well, you don't want to get in incidents if you're going to the end. They're going to have to pit again. I'm assuming a set of mediums is the call here.
Yep, so unfortunate for both Iggy and Monster Blue. That's right on board. So Shug's Life has made, somewhat side by side with his teammate.
Wait, there's a Red Bull with no front wing. Which one's that? King's Home.
Oh, wow.
He's just at the back of his teammate. I didn't see what happened, but I know Kingston's got no front wing, so his braking is going to be a little bit off, but he's running to the back of his teammate there. E-Combo's got back through, but of course he's going to have to pit this lap.
Yep, so there are a bunch of drivers that are making their way, as H. Bosworth and Electric Envy make their way past Gennady, and will Shug's Life be able to get a run on Gennady? So yep, the Monster Blue is falling down, and yep, he's into the pits. Shug's Life trying to go up the inside of Gennady, does have the inside line into these turns 2 and 3. Monster Blue has retired in the pits.
H. Bosworth's lost a little bit of time to Lewis with all that overtaking, but he's still there. I get the feeling that Lewis might be in a little bit of trouble here, as he's got 2 cars in front of him, and I don't think there's going to be any team orders down at McLaren today. I think Thib is very keen for this race win on the final race of the season.
Yep, so riding on board with Prior Thib, trying to go around the outside of Kadoy and makes it happen. What a move by Prior Thib, and now we have Lewis, his teammate. Look for the slipstream off of your teammate, Lewis, and he is, and Prior Thib. If they're able to work together, unfortunately, Kadoy is still able to stay in third, so unfortunate for Lewis, not able to follow his teammate through.
Yeah, Kadoy and Thib, that was some real great driving from the both of them. That's a hard corner to get the traction down. We've a yellow flag though.
Milan.
It's Milan Massimo.
Yep, so Milan has had a bit of an issue, and Phoenix is now coming up to the back of him. I am now riding on board with BKS as DRS has been enabled. I believe Milan has had another unfortunate moment.
Ooh, I just see that. These curves scare me. I see H. Bosworth. He is pushing hard to try and get on the back of Lewis. Lewis is getting held up quite badly behind Kadoy, but H. Bosworth needs to make sure he gets DRS down this back straight, or Lewis might disappear into the distance from him.
All right on board, yep, so it is DRS wide open for Lewis F1 going beside and now past Kadoy up into third place. We have yellow flag sector 1 and 2. Looks like it's Milan again. 8,000 RPM has made his way past Gennady as well as BKS. So, Gennady's still trying to hold it in there, but no, BKS able to make his way past Gennady. Now, it is DRS for BKS. 8,000 RPM, does not have DRS. Oh, BKS went into the back of 8,000 RPM.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if he's got damage, but the camera angle's not being too kind to me. It looks like he's got away with that one.
Yeah.
Kadoy and Lewis, though. Whoa, that was mad.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I call some butt-clenching overtaking there. You gotta hope for the best with that one. That was nuts. That's not the corner you want to be going around the outside, but Kadoy makes a mistake where the TT crash happened. I don't even know what number of corner that is. I'm not even going to try anymore. H. Bosworth has snuck his way through, and he's still trying to chase down Lewis in front.
Yep, so we're currently on lap 10 of 28. I'm riding on board with...
Oh, Dark Stomper's made a mistake! Yes, and it allows Thibbleboy up there. I keep calling him Thibbleboy. Thib prior up the inside. A Dark Stomper. I was watching that turn 3 almost caught Dark Stomper out. He had a little bit of an oversteer moment. Invited prior Thib up the inside. And now he's in fresh mediums and ahead of Dark Stomper, who still has to pit.
Yep, so this is interesting, but I guess it would have been DRS for Dark Stomper as I was just on board with Shug's Life. So, but Parthib has gotten quite a good jump, as looks like Electric Envy has made his way past Kadoy to go up into 5th. Let us see, Dark Stomper and Prior Thib are side by side, but Dark Stomper does yield and Parthiv able to stay in first.
Some big battles going on down the order. I'm wondering if Kadoi got a little bit of damage. You know, he's been dropping off a little bit. He hasn't pit yet though, so everyone around him has better tyres at this time. He's dropped about 3 or 4 positions this lap alone.
I'm riding on board with BKS, who is just following behind. 8,000 RPM at the moment. Currently in 9th place, started in 8th as Kadoi is into the pits.
I'm gonna find out if my theory was correct. I'll see if there's a front wing standing there. Looks like it. No.
So currently riding on board with Electric MV. Let us see. It's DRS wide open for the Ferrari driver. H. Bosworth ahead of him does not have DRS to defend this position, and Electric MV is up into 4th. Oh, as I don't know, I was having a bit of a what looked like desync, and looked like contact was made between H. Bosworth and Electric MV. I'm not too sure if that was the case, but it's DRS for H. Bosworth, but yielded slightly because he did not know whether he wanted to make that overtake or not. Now slots behind Electric MV to stay in 5th.
I think if I were H. Bosworth here, I would just let Electric MV tow me along a little bit. He's got to let him go. His fight's not with Electric MV. Well, actually, I suppose it is technically with the Ferrari, but I think he'd be more interested in the drivers today. His teammates not in the points. It's not looking good for the Alpha Boys. So if he lets Electric MV go, he might have a little bit of a fight with Lewis. Give him an opportunity to catch up again.
So Dark Stomper is into the pits. So, yep, 11 lap old mediums. Let us see. It's going to be the softs for Dark Stomper. So this is a 2-stop?
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy call. I think he's just got to the point, Ken, where he doesn't care anymore. He's just going to do stupid strategies and see how it goes. I suppose I did a little Maz earlier. You know, we all know my Maz isn't exactly great, but I tried to work out how many points were available for this season and how many Dark Stompers actually got. Dark Stomper has scored 2/3 of the maximum points you could score this season, so he's had a very dominant season, so I don't think at this point he cares anymore. He's just going to have a little bit of a muck around today.
Yep, and already making his way past Flea to go up into 9th place, so using those new soft tires to his advantage, but it is going to be Flea who is going to have the DRS this time around. No, Flea may have made a mistake, does not have the DRS. So now riding on board with King's Home, looks like he's yielding to try and get that second DRS behind Iggy Combo. Let us see. So it is DRS wide open for King's Home, and yep, beside and now past Iggy Combo to go up into 14th. Ooh, but a bit of an error made by King's Home, luckily, as Gennady, 11 lap old medium tires, makes his way into the pits.
It'll be interesting to see what he opts for. Does he go for... Oh, we've got an incident.
8,000.
Oh, he's lost. He's got to watch himself. He doesn't get disqualified for driving the wrong way. I think he's got away with it. As his teammate comes around the corner. That's not what we need. No, my heart. Don't do that, please. I thought there's going to be a massive... I can hear Brandon screaming now. I can just hear it. Very, very nearly at an incident. 8,000 RPM. I haven't even really talked about it much. Started at the back of the grid. He's flying. He's absolutely flying. Before that incident, I think honestly he was looking good for maybe catching up the guys for a podium today, but he's got a little bit of work to do. All it's going to take is one safety car, and he's right back in with that chance.
Ooh, and the Unsainted with a lunge and able to take that 10th place position. But now Kadoy is back ahead, so yeah, a bit of an error made by the Unsainted. That was quite the interesting move by the Unsainted.
Define interesting, Ken. I didn't say it. Define interesting.
It was okay. So the first DRS zone, and then going into the hairpin left and right, he lifted and then broke. And who was it? It was Kadoy that was ahead of him. It almost looked like it was an error, but it was well done enough that he was able to actually make it work. It was impressive, but unfortunately he made a bit of an error, and that gave Kadoy 10th place back.
Last of the late breakers, it sounds like. The Unsainted maybe going to try and get himself a bit of a reputation for that late breaking, but the mistake, he's on the oldest tyres on the grid at the moment. He's at 11 lap old mediums. Everyone else is pitted for some sort of new tyre. Well, I suppose he has pit, but he's on the oldest tyres, is the point I'm making. So very, very easy to make a mistake there.
So currently riding on board with Iggy. Combo going to be able to get DRS as he is within 1 second of King's Home ahead of him. So it is DRS wide open for Iggy Combo. King's Home ahead, trying to break the toe. Let us see. So Iggy up, slotting behind King's Home into this hairpin turn. Took that turn quite well, actually. And it's going to be DRS again for Iggy Combo. Let us see if he's able to make his way up to the back of King's Home. King's Home does look a bit too far ahead, and he is. So we're currently on lap 15 of 28. It is Prior Thib who has a 5-second lead ahead of his teammate Lewis F1, who is currently in second place. Electric Envy is currently in third. We have H. Bosworth in fourth place. Shug's Life in fifth. BKS of the Ferrari team in sixth. Dark Stomper currently in seventh place. 8,000 RPM in eighth. Bleed 1996 in 9th, Kadoy in 10th, the Unsainted currently in 11th, his teammate Gennady right behind him in 12th, Milan Massimo in 13th, we have King's Home of the Red Bull team in 14th, Iggy Combo of the Alfa Romeo team right behind King's Home in 15th, and then Phoenix currently in 16th place.
Just been keeping an eye on this fight at the front. Electric Envy has been using everything he has to try and catch up to Lewis, which is what H. Bosworth is really wanting. He's nothing left in the battery. I think Lewis has been trying to manage his a little bit better, but it's pretty tight. Electric Envy's ripped about 2 seconds, well, maybe a second and a half out of him, and he is closing in, so it's only a matter of time before these two start scrapping.
So I'm currently on board with, actually, let's see. Yeah, so Kadoy is making his way up to Flea, and Flea does, Kadoy does yield, as looked like he was going to try and make that move, but ended up playing it safe and yielding to live to fight another day. As the Unsainted is into the pits, that will promote Gennady, his teammate, up into 11th.
Oh, Kadoy, I'm on board with him at the minute. He just touched that curb of death. Showed no fear on that curb of death around turn 3. He's looking like he's going to try and dispatch a Flea pretty quickly. Flea's on very old tyres at this point, so it shouldn't be too hard for him.
Yep, so it is DRS wide open for Kadoy and quite easily making his way past Flea to go up into 10th place. But let us see. Flea should be able to get DRS if he takes this turn well enough. A little bit of an error, but yep, it is DRS for Flea, but he's going to be a bit too far behind. And this is interesting. I keep seeing this battle between Iggy and Kingsholm. It's like I'm always hearing Iggy lifting to stay behind Kingsholm. It's like he doesn't want to pass him.
It doesn't even want to have a go at it. Iggy, you need to do this for the Alfa Romeo boys, lad. I was rooting for you from the start of the season. At the minute, you're losing the control. Oh, we got yellows. Who's that?
Oh,
that's
8,000.
Has he got damage? I can't see. I'll be very surprised if he's got away with that one because it's a very dodgy place to spin. Looks like he has, though.
Yep. Yeah, so let us actually see. Yeah, it's an interesting strategy that Iggy is doing right now, just staying within that 10 seconds, or sorry, that 1 second of Kingsholm, continuously getting DRS off of it, but never overtaking him.
I'm wondering, is this kind of a mutual agreement, or I'm not sure if these guys race in the same party or not, but I suppose they're both thinking, we're both out of the points here. If we fight, we're just going to hold each other up. Maybe that's what Iggy's thinking. He saved a lot of battery there. I think he's maybe hoping for a safety car, and whenever it does come, it means that they're basically not a lap down. Saying that, they've still a good bit off them. Whoa, we got big
Phoenix, one. Yep. Phoenix has made an error, and that promotes the Unsainted up into 15th.
Oh, looking at the guys up front though. Electric Envy's managed to get... Oh, and Lewis is in! Lewis has dived in, Electric Envy's followed him in. H. Bosworth stayed out.
Yep, so it should be sauce for... Is that mediums? So they both opted for medium. That's interesting.
Surprising to say the least, because I know those sauce can do 10 laps. I think H. Bosworth may be thinking that too. If he does decide to pit next lap, he could stick a set of softs on and go to the end. Or he's going to try and extend just a little bit so he can really push on those soft tyres. If he gets to lap 20, it'll be a comfortable soft run to the end.
Currently on board with Dark Stomper, making his way past BKS to go up into 4th place. Let's see. Ooh, Shug's Life is actually right behind H. Bosworth. DRS wide open for the Haas driver, and yep, making his way past H. Bosworth to go up into 2nd. Looks like there is a battle for 6th as well. Yep, Lewis and Electric Envy. Those are the two that just pit.
They've just come out of the pit. Electric Envy's got past, but Lewis has got the DRS. Gets the move done comfortably. I think Electric Envy maybe didn't want to fight him too much. I think these guys are both thinking, trying to get a little bit more of a gap on H. Bosworth. Lewis's fight is not with the Ferrari. All he's thinking about is H. Bosworth ahead. I don't think he's going to pit this lap, though. I'll be very, very surprised if he does. Yeah, it looks like he's going for the softs. He's going to try and do a couple of extra laps, get those soft tyres to the end.
This is still quite interesting because I'm riding on board with Iggy. It looks like he would have been able to make an overtake on Kingsholm, and yet still, as BKS dives into the pits, as well as 8,000 RPM. I just keep seeing this lifting by Iggy, and I don't know if this is tire preservation. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, he's on 9-lap old mediums. I guess they could go to the end. Kingsholm's now pit. Isaac's decided to keep going. See if there's a safety car around now, it would be absolutely perfect for him. Would put him right back into the mix. But yeah, no, this is absolutely fascinating. The strategy calls are kind of everywhere at the minute. I'm starting to wonder, has Lewis made a mistake going for those medium tyres? Everyone who pitted this lap has opted for the softs to the end, and it's only a lap later.
So it's going to be DRS4, Lewis F1 making his way past Electric MV. So it's going to just be a constant battle. It's basically going to be holding hands, as you and I were doing for Abu Dhabi. It's going to be the same thing with Lewis and Electric MV unless one of them make a mistake, because they're just going to be...
Come
right.
on, let's go. Yeah, I'm getting, I'm going to call them NAM flashbacks for this track, because me and you did not have a great time around here. A couple of those guys, we've got yellow flags though. Could it be? Could this be Iggy's dream?
No. So the Unsainted is the one who has made an error, dropped to the back of the field in 16th. And riding on board with BKS, making his way past Prix to go up into 8th.
To see Shug's Life and H. Bosworth opting to keep going. Surprised. Are they going to go to the end on those tires?
That would be how many laps? 20. I do not think. Like, yeah, I don't know. That is quite an ask.
I just don't see how they manage that, especially like, Harry's got to be thinking about Lewis behind. He's ripping time out of him. I think last lap would have been the lap to go in if he was gonna pit. So unless he just really wants to push hard to the end.
Oh, Lewis is out!
Out of the race! Oh, that's a full safety car. That is absolutely heartbreaking for him. Absolutely devastating.
Oh my goodness. He made Electric Envy and Lewis made contact with each other, and it's going to be Parathib, H. Bosworth, and Shug's Life all should be pitting now for soft tires. Yep. Lewis and Electric Envy made contact with each other, and Lewis caught the worst of it into the wall and out.
That is absolutely... I'm gutted for him. I'm genuinely gutted for him. That fight was getting very, very interesting. H. Bosworth looking like he's going to cement... Well, I don't think actually, even if he doesn't finish in the points, he's still a point ahead of Lewis at this point. Electric Envy's retired.
No, he crashed out.
Not into the pit lane wall. Surely not.
You have to...
He's hit the pit lane wall. He's hit the pit lane wall. The madness is chasing. What is going on? This is monumental. We've just a Gennady and did they hit the car in the pit lane?
Yes. Iggy. Now what's blocked. Iggy gonna? Yeah, the pit lane's blocked. What? Iggy able to make his way through.
This is madness. There's another retirement. 8,000 RPM. Has hit the pit lane. Everyone's crashing out. Oh, Milan!
Milan!
And he's got 5-second penalty. I think he can get that removed. That's a bit ridiculous. What is going on? We've just lost about 5 drivers. This is absolute madness. And this has thrown Alfa Romeo right back into that fight for the constructors as well.
Oh my!
This is madness! I can't believe this.
All right, I may be back next season. This is absolutely crazy, man.
I can't believe what's just happened. I don't even know what to say. I'm in a state of shock. Like, genuinely, I can't believe what... Like, who did we just lose? I think Lewis crashed out, then Electric Envy, Flea, 8,000 RPM, and Gennady all on that lap.
Oh my goodness.
It's mad. It's actual madness.
This is insanity.
I need to look because I wasn't anticipating this much change, so I've been sitting for the last 20 minutes trying to work out what this all means for the championship. This is This is madness. I just can't. Hang on, for the standings, right? We're Aston Martin. Can they catch AlphaTauri now? Is there an AlphaTauri in, but not in the points?
No.
Okay, Phoenix might be able to pull back. He needs 20 points, so he needs a win essentially, which is going to be a bit of an ask for P10. But who else have we got? The Alfa Romeo boys who are currently sitting on quick maths that I can't do. 18 and 2 points. They're on 20 points. And BKS has got 10, which is enough at the minute to take the constructors off, well, P2 and the constructors off Ferrari.
But no, hold up. Iggy just moved up to 8th because Milan just pit. Does that change anything?
Makes it more difficult for Ferrari. So there's an 8-point gap between them. I believe 8 points. Yeah, 8-point gap between them. And they currently have a...
It's tied.
12.
No, sorry. No, Alfa Romeo is 2 ahead right now then.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been brought right back into the fight with this absolute madness. Honestly, I'm still in a state of shock. Like, I was sitting going, safety car would really spice this up, but my God, I wasn't expecting this one. This is madness. I've looked at the comments, and Owen is absolutely losing his mind. He's laughing his head off. Zayek's in the comments going, what has he just come back to? Boys, I don't know. I actually don't know what to say. It hasn't even been reading. I'll top it off, actually. Watch the rain come. We see. Honestly, this has been mental.
Oh, man. This is unreal. So, riding on board with Parthib, we're currently under safety car condition lap 22 of 28. So, let us see. Is the safety car going to be coming in?
It's probably going to be a late call by the looks, because the Unseen is just catching the back of the pack now.
Yep. So safety cars in this lap. It is going to be a 6-lap sprint for the finale of this race.
I'm still laughing. I can't believe what's just happened. But Parthib leaving the pack. He's followed the safety car very, very closely. He's going to go very late, I assume.
Yep, and looks like Parthib is away. Got a pretty good jump. Let us go down. Milan Massimo is quite close to Iggy. Oh, Iggy has made a mistake. And both Milan and Phoenix are past Iggy to go up into 8th and 9th. Dark Stomper going past Shugs to go up into 3rd. BKS is following quite closely, but staying in 5th.
Of course, BKS has got that penalty too, which is going to help him in the cause. I think, if my maths is correct, it's still Alfa Romeo's championship, but Dark Stomper could ruin that for the Alfa Romeos. He's on fresh sauce, and we know how fast he can be around here. He's shown it in qualifying in the mediums, and he's right in the back of H. Bosworth.
So I'm riding on board with Kadoy, very close to the back of BKS, has to watch out, but switches to the inside. But they're side by side through this section. They have to be careful. A bit of contact made. Kadoy up into 6th. King's home. Tried to make his way past BKS. And he does.
Oh, it's a dodgy place to go for an overtake again. And Massimo sent it. This is mad, Ken! I'm freaking out! What a way to finish Tuesday's season so far. I hope these last 5 laps never end. This is absolutely mad.
So Parthib sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:38.041. Riding on board with BKS. He is right behind King's home, and that's the thing. Yeah, H. Bosworth is not within a second of Parthib, so we will see what is going to happen with the Alfa Romeo driver, with himself and Dark Stomper.
I would imagine Dark Stomper's going to, unless he's feeling nice, but I know these two, they're big rivals at heart. I don't think Dark Stomper's going to do H. Bosworth any favours.
I mean, at this point, they could also work together depending on how fast Dark Stomper can make his way up to Parthib. Maybe they can work together and try to catch the McLaren driver. We shall see.
Parthib has been so dominant all race, and now he just is looking very vulnerable. The strategy was working really well for him, and now he's got a Dark Stomper trying to claw back that time, and it looks like he's already started to do so.
So we're currently on lap 24 of 28. It'll be 4 laps remaining once Parthib crosses the start-finish line. H. Bosworth gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings, as Dark Stomper sets the fastest lap with a 1:37.534.
Yeah, H. Bosworth's 3-second penalty. It shouldn't hurt him too much because everyone else around him has got 3 seconds. It does invite Kings home to have an opportunity at the podium, though, if he can get onto the back of Kadoy and maybe get around him a bit. But he's got BKS breathing right down his neck as they both go around that treacherous turn 3. I think BKS may think about lining up a move here down the back straight.
Yep, so going through this hairpin turn. So it is going to be DRS for Kingsholm and BKS. Let us see. Will Kingsholm be able to make a pass on Kadoy? This could potentially help Kingsholm if he makes this pass here. Nope, staying behind, trying to get the DRS again off of the back of Kadoy, but he needs to watch himself because BKS is right on his back. So let us see. I'm on board with BKS. Kingsholm makes his way past Kadoy. BKS tries to go to the inside, and yup, Kadoy blocks off BKS.
Defending hard, he's not doing him any favours, but BKS is not in the position he needs to be in right now to try and take that Constructors P2. I think at the minute Alpha have it by 5 points if my maths is correct, but we all know I'm a little bit dodgy, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But definitely he's going to need a couple more positions. I think it's a roughly a 5-point lead at the moment for Alfa Romeo into the last 3 laps.
Yep, so currently riding on yellow flag sector 3. Milan is out. So
Surely not a loss. No, don't give me a safety car. We had this last season. Don't need this. Don't need no Michael Massey safety car antics right at the end of No. I'm okay with this just finishing on the green flag.
Yeah, it looks like it should be good that they'll continue racing. That actually helps the Alfa Romeo team where Milan was positioned. Was a potential threat to Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy Combo is in a great. He's actually looking like he might even finish ahead of BKS at the minute. So BKS, I think he needs to get at least P5, maybe P4 to have a chance here, but it's not looking good for him at the moment. But 2 laps to go, anything can change yet.
So running on board with H. Bosworth. Yep, we'll just slot behind Dark Stomper. Kadoy making his way past Kingsholm. Nope, there you are, side by side at the moment. Ooh, and a bit of contact between Kingsholm. BKS has gone into the back. Oh, going around!
Oh, that's a damaged front wing. That was nuts. I think Kadoy's got a pit again, I think, from that, but BKS has got himself back up to P6.
And but BKS is missing his left-hand plate.
Oh, and it's going to put him down. He's going to have to... realistically, he has to stay out and hope for a bit more drama. He's at the wall again, though. He's really going to struggle without that end plate, but he has to hope that something goes on with H. Bosworth and Iggy Combo. He's decided to pit. He's getting the points regardless, I guess, but he's got to hope that something happens to H. Bosworth and Iggy Combo because that's just dashed Ferrari's chances at P2.
Wow, so we are currently on lap 27 of 28, only about a lap and 3/4 remaining in this race. Let us go up to H. Bosworth, who is just behind Dark Stomper. DRS wide open for the Alfa Romeo driver. Will he make his way past Dark Stomper? Looks like he's going to slot in and try and get the DRS again. Now riding on board with Phoenix. So both Iggy Combo and Phoenix have DRS. Will Iggy Combo be able to make his way past Kadoy? Not taking the risk and made a mistake. Phoenix is up into 7th.
Phoenix is on an absolute charge at the minute as well. He's trying to fend off Iggy Combo. He made quite the move around the outside of him there, just followed Kadoy through, but Iggy's got the DRS and he's got back through and he sends one down the outside. What an overtake from the Alfa Romeo.
And Phoenix side by side with Kadoy, and yep, Phoenix is up into 7th. You know what is interesting going down that second DRS straight? Phoenix actually opened his DRS late, and I think that is what gave Iggy more of an invitation to be able to take that 6th place.
Yeah, it's really worked out for him. He's pulled a big gap after all that. Kadoy, not sure if he's struggling with some damage after that contact with BKS, but something does not look right with that car. He's lost a lot of grip. It looks like he's struggling a lot more coming out of the corners.
Yep, so we're currently on the final lap of this race. Prior Thib in the lead. 2-second gap to H. Bosworth in 2nd. Now this is going to be interesting, this battle for 2nd place. So it's going to be DRS for Dark Stomper. Will he make his way past H. Bosworth? Or will he? This is quite interesting. I would have thought that he would have slotted in behind to get DRS again, but H. Bosworth.
Oh, this is going to get juicy. This is going to get juicy. The two mates, the two rivals, H. Bosworth the DRS and DRS.
Yep, so
Gets
H.
around
Bosworth
initially. Oh,
yep.
A little bit of contact with Dark Stomper, but he's got through.
Yep, and now riding on board with Kadoy. Phoenix and Kadoy have DRS, but Kadoy has more speed. And it's going to be side by side between the Williams and Aston Martin driver. They're still side by side at this point. Phoenix has the inside line, able to take that 7th place. Kadoy runs wide. They are still relatively side by side. What is going to happen here? One is later on the brakes. It is Prior Thib taking the race win. H. Bosworth in 2nd. Dark Stomper in 2nd now as H. Bosworth had the penalty. Shug's life. Let us see. I'm still on board with Kadoy. Kadoy and Phoenix make contact. And it looks like it is Phoenix that is going to get that 7th place position.
Wow, what a finale. What a finale. We're waiting on BKS and Unseen to come back through. Prior Thib, absolutely dominant drive. I thought he might have been in trouble there at the end with Dark Stomper chasing him down, but it looks like H. Bosworth managed to hold him up. Prior Thib wins the finale of the season. Credit to him because he definitely had the pace for that today. But yeah, what a finale. We expected drama, we expected controversy. Iggy Combo, driver of the day. We forget he started down there in P17. He had that absolute carnage on lap, I think it was lap 23. That I've never seen anything like that in my life. That was somewhere between hilarious and traumatizing. I don't know. But absolutely phenomenal way to end the season. Like I say, I've really, really enjoyed commentating on Tuesdays, and that finished in true Tuesday style.
Yep. So I'll go through the finishing order for this race. It is Prior Thib finishing in 1st, started 1st and finishing 1st. Well done by him. Dark Stomper finishing in 2nd. H. Bosworth finishes 3rd. Shug's Life finishes in 4th. King's Home finishes in 5th. Iggy Combo finishes in 6th. Phoenix in 7th. Kadoy in 8th. The Unsainted finishes in 9th. BKS, who rounds out the drivers who finish this race. Finish in 10th. And then the start of the DNFs, it is Milan Massimo in 11th, Gennady 12th, 8,000 RPM 13th, Flea 14th, Electric MV 15th, Lewis F1 16th, Monster Blue 17th, Jay Bradfield in 18th, Baby in 19th, and CDM JW in 20th.
It's like I keep saying, what a finale, what a drama, controversy. Great racing all around from a lot of those guys. Prior Thib absolutely dominant, like I said. The Alpha Boys managed to clinch P2 in the constructors from that race. H. Bosworth also clinched his P4 in the drivers as well, so credit to him. honestly just finished in true Tuesday style. It was a great watch.
Yep. So let us see this upcoming Thursday for Thursday Formula 4. The race will be taking place. You guys just did Abu Dhabi. So, yep, June 2nd. It will be taking place at Singapore, and it will be the full qualifying format. So, any predictions, thoughts on that upcoming race, Big Weir?
Where was it? Did you say? Where was it?
Singapore.
I'm going to die. Yeah, no, I'm not confident around there. But prediction for Singapore, I'm going to throw one out there. I think it's going to be wet. I think it's going to be a wet race. Singapore likes a little bit of rain. There'll be some sort of rain. Should it be in the qualifying or should it be in the race? I think there's going to be some spicy rain to really mix that race up.
All right, so there is your prediction from Big Weir. So we would like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Limitless Formula Racing provided by Limitless Gaming Esports. If you have not subscribed to this channel as yet, please do. It would help us out tremendously. And also make sure you like this stream/video. As you can see, it was quite
eventful.
Quite.
The drama we needed for the finale was definitely there. I suppose what I do want to say, for all you guys watching this, thank you so much, because honestly I've had an absolute blast commentating on Tuesday this season. It was amazing. The guys driving have been a laugh. Everyone's been a laugh. Seen great racing. Some funny mistakes, some Belgium flea in Belgium comes back to my head. But yeah, it's been an absolute blast, and like I said, we hope to see you next season. Cam, I know you said this might be your last one, but I'm sure there'll be the odd one in the future. I'm sure you'll be up for it after that.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens down the line. We'll see whatever life throws my way. That will determine what it is that will happen for the upcoming season. But as for this broadcast, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. For myself as well as Big Weir, we say, as usual, take care.